trophy lift on the stage, these are the moments that every Counterstrike player dreams of. This is what they yearn for when they set foot on this stage. But it's not always the victories that stick with you, but the memories of defeat, the moments where you were so close to this trophy, yet let it slip. One of the teams about to take this stage knows the feeling of defeat here in Dallas, Texas, all too well. And though they've done a lot of winning since, to wash that memory away, one moment still needs correction in their minds. On the other hand, MOUZ have spent the moment watching Vitality stride towards that trophy far too many times for their own liking. And every time that's occurred, you know it's added just that little bit of fuel to the fire. A fire now so bright that it might just burn this final obstacle in their path. It's been a hell of a week here in Dallas, Texas. We've had some amazing games on this stage, but now I need to ask you one more time at this Intel Extreme Masters, Dallas, who's it gonna be?
Agility, precision.
So far, so good. He's just tapping hands.
Discipline, endurance.
And we have to go again. Never anymore.
Pace. Take a leap of faith. Big performance. Final stretch to build your dynasty. Toughness with Texas.
A fearless streak that may never know its like, but their work's not done. Put your hands together for Team Vitality!
And we know we're not perfect here, we did not the best preparation, but we still found so we know that we are the hurt, and that's the most important thing. As I said, I think we're going to lose it, that's normal, because we're talking all the time. But I think we have a big prize around there, and we just really our best at each game once again and try to win as much as we can. We just expect our team, they're a great team, they play great hoop style, so we're going to be sure we're going to give our best, no matter what.
Themselves. It's the moment for MOUZ!
I want to beat them, and that's it. If we what it takes to beat them, 100%. We were really close in the last couple games, in my opinion. I think we should have stopped one time as well. 100% confident that we can beat them.
Also, Dallas just cheered for the Mongols, and they're not even playing today. Your wheelhouse, buddy. Let's start talking about Dusty just a little bit. Yeah, I think for Mongols.
Let's go, Mongols!
Show vitality that this time is going to be different. This time is going to be different, and the man that can make that difference is none other than Toshi. The highest rated player so far in this tournament. He's been shown to be very assertive, very aggressive, and has involved himself in an awful lot of opening duels throughout the tournament as well. Now he is going up against Saiwu, who so far haven't had the best tournament, but when we speak of not having a great tournament with Saiwu, he's still at a 1.19 rating, I believe, and that's by no shape of the imagination still any better. But that was just a chip on the shoulder. Really vitality so bad because they lost them in the head-to-head in grand finals already 2 times. Final. Show us why Counterstrike keeps coming back to Texas.
Side spins is going to get a little bit frisky. He's already pushed towards the next box. And you've got vitality grouped up into the B tunnels, all 5 players. That's going to be Jimmy they're attacking into, and it looks like they're wasting no time.
Dreamhack under a little bit of pressure, even more so now his teammate has gone down. Swings to step off, the impact, good damage. Not bringing down any of his foes as he goes to the reload. Rising up, he's becoming a star, and perhaps in Dallas it will be enough to topple vitality.
He's a favorite for the DHL MVP after this as well. #1 player rated at the event so far. Good message to send if you're Torshi, to your team, to your opponents, that you're here up against just the Glocks of vitality.
Fuck you, Apex! Fuck you, Apex! Fuck you, Apex!
Apex getting a little bit of love as he's been all the way. Spins to shot. Alright, a little bit weird. That Sphinx taken down by his former teammate, an embarrassing backhand. Exertion follows next.
This is way too uncomfortable for MOUZ.
Look at the HP on Jimmy and Torshi.
I know, within touching distance, these pistols shred away, brawling. Look, they're trying to clean up. He's the player with health, and he's the player with a kill on Saiwu. Now Apex makes his play out A-long. Rob's winning it short, Brolin coming towards him to fight it. Brolin needs to unravel this, and he's done so with a double and short. It leaves Apex in low HP.
I just saved the day, but I mean, if you're MOUZ, considering how much you played Vitality, how much you lost to them as well, that round had to be so scary. You can't let that one slip. No investment from Vitality, and they've done such incredible damage. Still not considering the A-bomb site, now aware and should have no issues.
Yep, no issues. They've done better than their opening match the last time they played the best of 5 grand final. They got 13.
Round 3 underway. Bang! Right out of the gate, first time with it all, first shot, and Jimmy's down.
They're working from the Saiwu AWP. Here come Vitality into the B side. No one's there. No one's home. They've got the sight. You know, unless Sphinx can do something about this in the tunnels, it might just end up being an early save call, especially with that kill from Apex. They fail out. They can't get back into this round. It is going to be a comfortable start in terms of the gun rounds here for Vitality.
That's what I see one. Not even really having to think about it. Saiwu gets the pick. You know it's going to be a weekend B bomb site. Test the waters, and you've got access. Exertion can't put a stop or slow anything after that. So 2-1, Vitality on the board. Back-to-back rounds that have got to be more than illegal. Apex and Flamesy.
What a rough feeling that you call a safe call so early. You have 3 weapons still up, and all of those weapons get taken out of your hands. Now, Forzi trying to hang on to his. End up coming towards him. They're going to long, and he hides in short.
I like the conversation on the desk too, because normally you come in and you mention all the pressure. We can talk with Vitality, all the things they have riding up. All the various things they have weighing on their shoulders.
Both offers landing, but not to lethality.
nothing aggressive from Vitality, so MOUZ's defense gets to breathe, rolling out towards long behind the double doors. Torji in support with the AWP. That's the little signal that Vitality want to start moving up catwalk.
Roll wants to start moving up long. He's already pushed into the longhouse, up to the door now.
Torji's got a flashback to activate it, and he will. That's the low HP offer, but didn't swing out wide enough, so Zyru gets away with his lane, gets away with one in that exchange.
There's a flex a bit long, so Vitality starts to put a little bit more pressure in short. Exertion with the flash, landing in front of Flames' face.
And there's no smokes on the defense or Molotovs for catwalk, so this hit just has freedom to begin whenever Vitality choose. MOUZ can only lie and wait, knowing exactly what's coming, and the off is out of position. Torji might be trying to hide it over at the deep offsite.
Flash in the charge in. Could be Xerxes' Eagle, or he just strike upon it. Eventually taken down by Messi. Rolling the filter rate. They do enough to the best as he can. Trying to get with Torji. Now Robs, the savior, comes out from long. Vitality still in this fight because of that. And it's the Zyru Robs show, the two best players in the server today. Looking to close out the clutch versus MOUZ.
Let the retake begin. Get back, Torji are moving out through the double doors. They're going to wrap around middle. They can go catwalk, they can wrap long. That's exactly where they're going to go. The second option, they'll have Zyru's AWP to contend with at car. No kids on the MOUZ side.
This new pairing have been winning rounds all season long, pulling Vitality closer and closer to victories.
That's a really, really sick sequence on the retake as well. The feed from CT to take that. Chasing down this trophy.
Apex, he's got the long spawn, so he gets to bring the AWP out. Let's see if Apex can grab the opener. Just about misses out on taking Torji down. AWP hurts the hands of Zyru.
Both teams are really labored in terms of their money, so this is got massive implications moving forward and what they're going to be able to bring to the fight in the next couple rounds. Winner of this could go on a little bit of a streak. Apex and Flamesy taking control of catwalk.
Torji line behind. Holds up and right in front of him. Sees him hard and takes the shot. As Apex starts rattling off a couple of his own. Torji knows to pull the trigger. He'll be here all half long.
Yeah, MOUZ trying to pull him, trying to put up a little different weapon in the defense after they sparked the offense. Flamesy just too prepared. He was sharp yesterday with impactful openings. Starting out Dust 2 that way as well. 3 kills for Flamesy in the 5 rounds of play so far. And Spinks coming in for a flank, cutting the map off, shrinking it for this defense. And MOUZ is going to start to come
coming away with points, no problem. Spinks is flying. Oh, it's going to get spotted. It's going to get unraveled. Drop for the kill down into the lower tunnels. 40 seconds left. Vitality think about leaving short and dropping back into middle. Yipat will be the man tasked with dealing with this, spotting this.
Yeah, I like that he got away though, because that was an awkward position that he was committed to. Now he can fall into the deep offside and he's going to call them over. 1 lurker in mid, 2 coming from tunnels.
Back into behind car. He's got support. It's always watching that mid lurk so he can focus fully on the tunnels fight. And here they come. It's Messi, of course. Rob comes in on that mid play. Then just Torji left. Rob is just beating him out. And the second round for Vitality.
Some MP9 in his scalp. And a fast long take from Vitality. They just don't have the resources to fight back.
Yeah, very fast. Rob gets down into the pit, no problem. Spotting the push from Impact. Notice they lost tunnels control. Now some have the weapons to fight at that kind of range. So they're going to have to sit back, allow Vitality to come to them.
That skills. That's a huge block. That's actually everything from MOUZ at the moment. Complete vision. It's going to get re-smoked, but now the flashbang's set up.
Flash to allow the swing. Rock think about on top. Roller only getting 1. 55 seconds, that bomb site is taken by Vitality. He can't do much about the outcome. So a tie game we have here, 3-3.
Vitality seems so composed and so calm so far in this game. It's been a very cool look and a very cool conversation considering, I mean, the eye test for Vitality, everyone kind of feels like this event more so than any other they played and they've looked the most mortal, but still nobody able to beat them. And that's a scary prospect when you think, you know, we heard Apex talk about, we're not as well prepared. We took a little bit of a break. We needed a couple extra days before we go on a crazy grind. So they didn't that it wasn't as formidable coming into Dallas, but they're still handling everyone that comes up against them, which is just so intimidating for other teams.
Yeah, it's not surprising to see them composed though, as this is their 6th championship Sunday where they'll be playing in the grand finals. And when you talk about Vitality, one of the things that always comes up is about the mentality that they've got. And that was the big conversation between both of the in-game leaders today coming into the event, right? This final is all about mentality. Roland was saying that every day they're beatable. Every game Vitality are beatable, but it comes down to the mentality in these grand finals. And Messi was saying that's the advantage that Vitality have over every other team right now.
Guys, I usually try and get a sense during the walk-ins of which way you're leaning, but it was a little bit confusing today. Out there in the crowd, are you guys rooting for MOUZ to win this championship? All right, what about Vitality? There's an equal number of cheers and boos both ways, and I'm very confused.
What about Apex? Going down, and the opening fight here for Vitality is won. There's not going to be too much to get through at this point. Exertion and UPAC going to push into the tunnels. They'll give it a good go. And Vitality about to grab the lead here on Dust 2. Up next, Mirage. MOUZ is bit into the best of 5.
Yeah, this will be Vitality's first lead of the game as well, but they're starting to build up quite nicely. They look like they're not having any issues moving around the map. Changing things up when they encounter difficulty. It's going to be 4 of the last 5 in Vitality's favor. I mentioned the map score across the series in 2025, 12-3 in the favor of Vitality. Dust 2 is one of the maps that MOUZ has been able to take off of them. 13-11 back in that Lisbon Grand Final. But by Vitality, 1-3 Dust 2 matches previous to that. So there's just no real cool advantages that MOUZ can look at. I feel like they have.
Pretty tempered start into the final as well here. The gun rounds have looked very solid for Vitality. Impact. Some damage on the way up for the hold on the AK. And even back is taken out of their hands.
That's a dangerous side in this arena.
Important speed.
Especially on Dust 2. So critical to have an off that's able to move around the map and open the angles. Not with that luxury at the moment. They're going to have to fight it back and maybe pry it out of ZywOo's hands. Round 8, smoked across the double doors. ZywOo is going to take an early angle into the B bomb site.
Shot for ZywOo.
Just forced a piece of utility out early, which is a nice thing for Apex to think about as he works this round. He knows the late B, they're going to be missing a smoke. Now utility to look like they want to take Catwalk. It's only Flames, you know, and he's just throwing it as a fake. They've taken Cat a number of times in this match. This time they're passive with it. Down mid we go. Double doors smoked off just as Vitality gets 4 players in position. Feels like that's the idea that they wanted to take, now denied them by the utility. So time burns off the clock. As Vitality wait this out, breaks the smoke to check for information.
Circling the smoke down mid and now accelerating into the B split. Spinks waits behind car, pops his head up, and gets it popped off. So EPAC getting by a lot. He's gone, and these rounds just feel too easy for Vitality.
Well, there's no disruption at the moment. This is a very passive round for MOUZ. They sit far back, and they kind of have 2 players parked in long, 2 players parked inside B, no one with eyes on mid. So, I mean, Vitality has so much freedom at all times to work that map. Even when their like ideas are denied, there's no one actually pushing into them, trying to find a kill, trying to do damage. And gathering information, so Vitality got a relatively easy round with not a whole lot of pressure. They're all at the end of the day.
is right now for MOUZ. These rounds are so easy for Vitality and they win them so quickly. They have enough.
They've got to show Vitality that's a different MOUZ. They haven't done it yet. Once again, MOUZ starting to push into double doors. Patience from Vitality. Spots out the one. Dribble deep. Damage is done.
Spix waits in the A-bomb site, just hiding behind the default boxes, 5-7 hand. This pistol can be deadly. To respond to a short though, and impact once again alone in a 1v4. He's all the way back on B with a scout. You don't show him anything in the early round, and that bomb goes down. So Vitality up 6-3 now at this point. The scoreline has just kept beating forward.
A very convincing 6-3 as well. We're losing 4 players in the last 3 rounds. Impact's going to fall away with the scout. Shouldn't be able to save it, but next gun round is everything for MOUZ. Next gun round is where you can still recover this. I'm assuming there's going to be a timeout from Cyclone, and that'll be the conversation to inject some energy into the team. And then you're going to have your individuals who have played so well for you. You mentioned Dorsey as the #1 rated player of the event so far. Well, Spinks is number thrower coming out long just for utility, narrowly. A narrow glimpse of the arm that Apex misses.
Yeah, second time he's had the opportunity to go for the long pick. Give the all back to Zyru immediately. Throw it down on the ground. They took so much money. Zyru is going to be over at B. Looking for the jumping impact. He's not going to put himself in dangerous way. He's going to smoke out Zyru.
I like this defense though for MOUZ in this round. If you look at the minimap, it's far more aggressive than we've seen previously. Exertion was just playing close up on catwalk, throwing utility. He's backed off. We have Spinks close double doors. You got Torshi deep with the AWP. They're paired up. So you have players in positions to grab information, you listen to sound cues, and to activate with flashbangs when you feel the moment is right. Up catwalk we go, flanks leading the way. Molotov is going to delay the attack. Zyru paired up with him. Torji's off, nowhere to be found. It's on the B-bomb site, away from the action.
Robs has found the gap in mid. Starting to move through the storm towards CT. A risk from Robs. 5 seconds. Eventually, it has to be the push forward from Vitality. Spinks very aware, but how long can he hold this? How long can he think about this? He'll call it off now and go back to short. Allow Impact to deal with the potential drop. As Spinks tries to stop that bomb from getting to the site. 10 seconds for Vitality. They're now just arriving, and the shutdown comes in. 6 seconds for Messi. No bomb in his back. Round's done. MOUZ on the road to 4. Vitality's running 0 just 2. I mean, this runs bit on time, so it has to be a perfect finish, and it just isn't from Vitality.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good job from MOUZ out of the timeout as well. The words from Cyclone really helped out, obviously, with this 4th win. Jumping in towards pit, and all of MOUZ backs away from the defense. They want nothing to do with the fight, so long control by Vitality. Rob's lurking on the other side of the map.
Trying to stop the impact and taking 1 step further, he will do so. Scares off data, he can force you as well.
Both sides happy to take the skill right there. But for Vitality, that kind of gives you notice that they're starting to get frisky after that long take, and they know what you've done. You parked 4 players out there, so they bring 3 back. They change up the approach. Bezzy looking over, and Pit can buy his time to pop up, and actually, oh, if MOUZ be fresh here, Bezzy has a chance in this grand final to put his name on just 2.
First piece is good. Going to get the second though. Spinks able to respond to his former teammate, and now we've got to play forward. 55 seconds left. 4v4 as Vitality go for a finish up cat again. This time they'll have Apex coming out long way. Perhaps that'll be the difference.
Yeah, the follow-up behind Bezzy's death is actually really smart from Apex.
Serpent steps out of the open. He's got no cover. He's got no light. Spinks steals an Apex along, but all the A defenses have fallen. And so Vitality move into an empty site.
Yeah, good heads up from Spinks. I thought Apex might play that a little bit slower once his teammates got the kill on the bomb site, but keeping things even at a 3-on-3 and controlling long for the retake. It forces Vitality to play towards catwalk to defend.
Flasher on the corner, Robs looks into the corner to dodge and comes back. There's a quick headshot from Robs. second. Well, it looks like Dorsey is not going to get away with it. Two players pushing down short, and once again, MOUZ lose everything.
They cannot build any momentum. They're just not good enough to string them together. They won round one and round two. That's the only two rounds they put back and forth together. This has been so dominant from Vitality after the pistol.
Round 5 is not a bad scenario.
Yeah, scoreboard-wise, it wouldn't look bad. Obviously, having seen the game play out, Vitality has been so dominant once the guns became a factor. The rifles were brought out.
Gotta give yourself a shot for the second half though, MOUZ. Can they squeeze a 5th round out here? Got the weaker buy. Holes in it. Lack of utility. SMG is a scout.
Doubled up in middle, Sphinx and Exertion, a new look for the defense.
Fuck that guy!
Now doubled up on Catwalk, Brawler, and Torsion. Very mid-centric setup for MOUZ. If Exertion and Sphinx can slow them down at the big double doors, they can set Brawler and Torsion up off Catwalk.
Here comes Flanks to the doors. Exertion, no. Execution with Sphinx. So MOUZ will be getting themselves a big drop on the sideline walk, ripping from their head. We knew it would be inevitable. Eventually they would have a round together.
Oh, you spoke way too soon. Got Molotov is going to prevent Sphinx from getting into the A bomb site. A 5-on-2 into a 2-on-2. MOUZ is going to be stunned.
And how many times do they do this? Robbed and ZywOo, the most deadly duo in Counterstrike right now, looking to break MOUZ's hearts at the end of the first half of the grand finals. 2 players against your entire team.
You have no chance if you're MOUZ. You have no utility whatsoever. And ZywOo is going to be peeking for information. So you got his ult you have to scale against.
MOUZ getting closer. ZywOo too close. What a half he has had. 16 and 6. What's 18? Not a fourth half playing leads in the gun rounds. We'll see if MOUZ can turn it around. Asking themselves during that 2-minute break and get back into the second half. He's going to be carrying the brunt of the utility. MOUZ would love a good start in the second half. An injection of energy required to try and close this gap.
It's going to be hard. Vitality want to be a little bit disrupted. You can see ZywOo pushing up on Catwalk right now, so holding off on this. Got some teammates behind him. Apex is there up on the boxes. Robson Flamesy back in the site. And actually, MOUZ is just going to head towards middle, so away from the entire defense. Mezzy's alone at the B bomb site. If they can't do anything to slow this down in mid, Mezzy is done for.
Thrown to the cross. Exertion accelerating, rolling. Running in behind it, but it's Mezzy to pick off him. Flames coming through the smoke. No problems here for the early kills of Vitality, but Sphinx still into the site. And a bomb plant coming up. ZywOo arrives in the tunnel. Sphinx in the meantime is given a small chance to fight to the doors. He can't add anything to his collection. Playing for the further kill and drops to the window. It is a pistol on for Vitality to kick off the second half.
Actually, Mezzy high up into the second round with that bomb plant. Running out of opportunities to get into this opening map of just 2. Both teams kind of feeling out how the game is going to be played in the early stages of this best-of-5 grand final. And Vitality's come on top of mostly everything, 8-5.
And Vitality understanding that MOUZ have a 4 spot. That's that early information from the mid-poke, just seeing that towards the other scout towards top middle. We'll give this round the respect it requires.
Throwing a Catwalk though, MOUZ, they can actually pop on this pretty hard. Apex is going to start shifting, but Brolin wants to peek at this timing. ZywOo over at the rail. Gorilla gets sent forward, and it's ZywOo to come out on top.
Inside of Village Messenger. Topple another. We're going to get that Exertion. The final 2 members here of MOUZ's 4 spot. And you only get 1 kill so far. That'll make it 2.
Okay, Jimmy.
Got an opening for the B bomb side all of a sudden off of that. I'm not sure about it, but he's going to try and make his way through middle. Next up is ZywOo. Okay, Impact.
That's exactly what they needed. We needed a heroic performance from somebody on MOUZ, somebody who can reignite them. That with these 3 kills has a chance for it. Flamesy on low HP. Timing is everything. He gets a good clean fight against a low HP player. He can do this. Oh my God, Impact
down to the 1v1 up against Apex. A 1v5.
Business winning the round, but MOUZ, you needed that so much. You can't get them all away. And look at the Vitality team. Apex furious in the moment of losing a 5-on-1. It should never happen, but now they gotta pay the price. 2 scouts, a Deagle, and 2 5-7s for Vitality.
Building on the previous round success, going to be an opening kill on Mezzi. 5v4 now for MOUZ.
I know it's an advantage for MOUZ, but be careful. 2 players are now tagged by those scouts. Impact and Exertion are both going to be easy cleanups for the Pistols. So you're not out of this just yet, despite taking down Mezzi. MOUZ going to move slowly towards middle with the cover of smokes. Vitality have no clue what's happening on the map, no clue where MOUZ is headed. They have stacked 3 players at the B bomb site. That's looking like the right call at the end of the day.
Fight comes the way of Spinks. Nice edge. Impact 1 HP, Exertion down to 30. Still a shot at this for Vitality.
You can tell how tense and nervous MOUZ is, but now they have their final play. They make noise about it.
There's 2 players here. It's Robs and Flames. They could double up. They could shut this down. Around the corner, they come into the 5-7. They need to build off a shimmy success.
That got weird. And Vitality, with the diminished weaponry, are still able to put up quite a good fight.
Vitality. This is likely to be a very convincing round win for MOUZ. A little bit of damage done to Exertion, but he's still going to win that opening fight.
And for the first time in this game, MOUZ gets to play with momentum. This will be 3 in a row, where previously they've struggled to string 2 together. They've done that, and here they'll add another round on it. We're back at number 2 of the and continuing his success. 15 kills now for the MOUZ Finn.
We talked about at the start of this year, Impact's performances haven't been as good as they were last year and last season. It's been a step up for the other players as well. You know, Spinks coming into the team's getting better and better. And last year we were talking about Impact becoming the star of the team. And having those kind of performances hasn't necessarily been able to keep that up into 2025, but if he can have a performance like this against Vitality, this could be the way.
Yeah, he certainly hasn't been your quiet start, but he's stepped it up since then. Champion at second as a in-game leader, shocked his own trophy. You look across the stage, if you're Brolin, you see someone the very same path as you. One time a rifler, a player for your team, another role player. Switching into the role, Apex did it in 2020, and we all scratched our heads and wondered why. Now 5 years down the road, Apex is considered the best leader in the scene. Brolin following in those footsteps. Has had a very impressive year with MOUZ so far. He's found a way to tie up this opening map at 8-8 in these grand finals.
Vitality back to apply. Corsi will not be rivaled in the AWP department in this round. Zywood does not have enough money for it. Exertion to be set up to go up on the Xbox and climb into short.
Vitality slow with this momentum from MOUZ. Can they get it back? Haven't seen them have to even try yet in this map. Now is their first attempt. Apex and Zywu over on the railing. Flamesy over at car, so Long is a little bit weakened. MOUZ taking their time with this too. Being patient, looking for any kind of a peek, any kind of an information, a jiggle from Vitality that's not coming. They're playing a more passive setup, trying to hold on to what little utility they have remaining.
Go, go, go! Let's go, Mongols!
Here comes Torzy. Looking into the rifle of Flames. Here comes out the top. It's going to be Flames as he cuts it behind. Drops some utility. And actually falls up beyond it. And actually will trade that out.
Okay, now you have a lot of issues inside the safety net. You can't go catwalk. You're boxed in. And you've got to fight your way out of the test to get over to the one.
A lot of damage over the second player as well. Things going to continue to move forward. Messi trying to track him, but he's getting caught by utility. Blinded by flashes. The 15 seconds left in the round. That bomb finally going down. Nice pick out here from Ross. He's going to bring Messi up.
MOUZ is in the lead all of a sudden. It took him 13 rounds to fight back, but now the gun round's going in MOUZ's favor, and now you can see that confidence beneath them swelling. No longer afraid of the spread has
It's broken there.
Well, it gives energy to you, and we saw exactly what it did to Vitality. Apex looking down the line as soon as that round's completed, wondering how exactly they lost a 5-on-1. A massive miscue from Vitality 4 rounds ago, and their lead disappears. It's MOUZ regaining it for the first time since round 5. Double spray downs. MOUZ looking to be the first team to reach double digits on the scoreboard. It's pistols and MP9s for Vitality.
Going to handle that pressure. Stinks to handle the heat.
Rolling behind the smoke.
Rock's going down to that fight. It'll be just Apex. He's all the way at Longhouse. So this is 10 rounds for MOUZ.
10 rounds for MOUZ. Who would have thought it? 2-round lead. Apex. Gonna call last.
5 rounds in a row. This is it now for Vitality. If there's a dust 2 fight to be had, it comes on this bye.
Rocks at the B bomb site with Messi over in mid. Flames, Apex, and Zaiwu at the A site. And MOUZ grouped up elsewhere. They've left Yimbat in a lurking position alone in T-spawn just to look for long pushes, for mid pushes. This three-man group is going to be packed up, looking to open up the round.
We're not able to connect on his first opportunity. Rock's coming away from that B-bomb side. Apex responding in kind and short, but the bomb is shifting back to B.
Yeah, there's no window here for MOUZ to press the issue off that kill. It's a really smart play from Torzy. He waited patiently in upper tunnels. As soon as MOUZ started using catwalk utility and mid utility, that's when he takes his peek, because he knows Robson's reaction is to look for information. They're slowed down by the defensive smoke, but Vitality haven't shifted anyone to help out towards Messi. He's all alone on an island with no utility.
Very committed in the position he currently stands in. Look how far away the rotates on. Very defensive, still massive. It's going to be the first brawler going down. 3 seconds. Keeps his head right off, and they're into the site. 20 seconds on the clock, and we talked about how important this round was for Vitality. Now it's important that they save.
If you can find the lurker, if you can find Yimbat, you might be able to go for this. It'll give you a man advantage and a half. Once you find him.
And now the open window is set up again to come back in for the retake attempt.
No kids.
But Torzy can shut it down. He can shut that window in their face. They're gathering up. They're getting ready to go. There's one piece of utility left, and it's on the back of Apex.
When you put it, okay, big box, so not the right place. Torzy's got safety.
And Torzy way back in the side, left side to Apex. They're still going for it now. As Zaiwu comes in on the shot, and Torzy back to the side. And the first shot. Zaiwu travel at the end. There's no hope for Vitality. And Torzy will celebrate a round victory.
Yeah, he's probably a little bit worried after he Now 6 rounds in a row to get up to 11. It's a 3-round lead.
Vitality stabilize on those two. Can they somehow find a way back? 11-8 down and coming up with 4 MP9s and AWP for ZywOo. MOUZ have to make it happen. They have to take it now.
Yeah, you've hit this peak form that we've been waiting to see on a big stage in a big grand final. Don't let it slip away. Slow pace towards you, looking for any picks off catwalk as they take control. For Vitality with the AWP and 4 MP9s. It's a 3-man stack at the B bomb site.
Vitality have a feeling it might be a B finish. They've got 3 players positioned in the site.
Yeah, but I think that with Exertion investigating like this, there's almost a world where he's just like, there's no one here, like I have complete control with no counter nades or anything. I mean, there's a world in which MOUZ can just go contact. Called for it, yeah, the bomb is still outside of the long double doors. Looks like they'll bring a 3rd player back and roll and do a split finish at A. It's Apex and Flames seek to defend, but they've only got the SMGs.
It's incredibly hard to see a world in which they get past this unless ZywOo steps up with the AWP on his own. Bomb is waiting just outside of the longhouses. It now starts to come towards him. ZywOo is their only hope. So chime in on brawling. They know they're going against the AWP. They know that's the most dangerous weapon on the server still. ZywOo's got a second.
Yeah, you're learning sinks as his AWP breaks out exactly where you want to go. The AWP's got to fall away and the round's over.
Yeah, they have no time. There's ZywOo shutting them down. They're one playing to ZywOo. He's stops them from getting them long.
A weak way for the streak to end, though. It's so deflating. Not even a fight in it. Not even a chance or a look at the bomb site. That's a body blow for MOUZ. But finally, the run is stopped at 6.
That's a huge round as well. Look at the upgrades that they get as well here. They've started this round with 4 MP9s. They have 2 AK-47s now going into the next round for Vitality. Is that the moment where MOUZ breaks?
All right, Torgy misses his shot on the jump across. It's all right. You want to 1v5 and give him a break. Smokes and Molotovs to prevent any catwalk peaks and aggression, and now Brolin starts making his move.
Going down, opening kill for Vitality. Followed up, connected upon, ZywOo shutting down the impact, and we want them back in.
Here's that mental strength from Vitality. You lose a 5-on-1, you lose 6 rounds straight off the back of it, and eventually you get that one stop you needed and you're back in business. Teaching MOUZ a lesson.
How many times have we watched MOUZ collapse on the stage? How many times have we watched it? We watched it back in Rio in the grand finals versus Navi just in October last year.
There's just no energy in these past 2 rounds. The last round fell flat because they get timed out. 2 kills from ZywOo when they try and execute in 24 seconds. And now this round as well is just like walking into your death and then nothing you can possibly do to recover the round. And look how hungry Apex is. He wants this final AK-47 out of Spinks' hands, and there's no money for MOUZ. Crouching all the way, an experienced matchmaking deathmatcher is Apex.
And he's taking one in the head.
I bet you guys enjoyed that though, didn't you? Yeah, you're all sick.
Fair enough. Spinks into the corner after the time. Don't die now. He's got $800. He has got $800 left.
And we completed this on a run. I wish we still had a streak going with some momentum.
Let the ride Jimmy's way all the way to victory. But disrupted by 1 round where they walk into ZywOo's AWP. And it gives Vitality enough room.
And now we're going to go the distance, right? Vitality's going to close out this round 11-11. We're going to have 1 round to decide if someone wins or if we're going to overtime already in the opening map of the grand final. And just look, Flamesy's like, I know it's blocks, but I'm making the smart decision. I'm just backing away entirely, calling for reinforcements. Vitality making sure they don't make any mistakes to close out this map.
But they might not get it. Final timeout here's here in regulation for MOUZ. Right at the end, Cyclone getting on the bike, hoping. MOUZ is through it with Delil's. A couple of players. Sign of at least their economy is in comparison to Vitalities or the off out for Zaiwu. Only going into the lower tunnels. He's not alone. He's got two teammates with him.
Bullets exchange over towards the double doors if Ezzy wants to get aggressive. Sees the trajectory of the utility, calling it out. Information that Catwalk has taken. The opening move will be double doors. Apex and Bezzy lined up. A two-man defense, and they're going to have a lot coming at them. This is hopes. No flash, and that's the ball going first.
Rely upon this play. Upon finding success in the mid-fight. Flash going through. Apex force back. Messi. Mighty with one, but not enough. Make Vitality feel super comfortable here. 35 seconds left. Fire at their feet as MOUZ start to rotate back into the B-bomb site. Look who's waiting for them. The reckoning in rocks. 22 kills so far. Looking to build upon it. And it's coming to be. It's his side, his turn, but it's just one kill. Apex comes in. Keeps Vitality going forward. Apex with another. And Torgy down low in HP with no hope in hell. And it's a new fresh hell for MOUZ as they collapse at the end. They let Vitality back in again. And when you let the greatest team in the world have a chance, they are going to take it.
Yeah, this might be just heartbreaking for MOUZ. It's going to be 11 to 12. They've got plenty of, they got a good amount of money with the losing bonus built up, but it's not pretty. He's going to get stuck on this delay. One more round for MOUZ to figure out what they can do to get past this defense. They haven't figured out for 6 rounds straight, but it's just those 6 rounds. Outside of that, they have not been able to overcome Vitality.
Get knocked off the feet, 1 round loss, and unable to recover, unable to get back up and get the fight going again. And now going into the last round of regulation, they're going in bruised. They've barely got anything to play with.
I'll be honest, I'm kind of surprised that Vitality called a timeout here. That's giving MOUZ a chance to talk where Cyclone had burnt their 3rd timeout previously. So obviously Hextaz is maybe not feeling that things are exactly perfect the way he would have liked. 3 of the last 4 rounds have been lost by time to MOUZ, and had not been an issue plaguing them through the rest of this T-half. But ever since Vitality put a stop to their run, their attack has just become limp.
Fight the wheels.
Round 24. Overtime for MOUZ or a map 1 victory for Vitality.
Zaiwu middle, smoked out for the time being. That smoke keeping MOUZ alive as they got up short. With the weaker guns, it's all about strength and numbers. The MOUZ mob go into short.
You might be looking to hit a timing as well that they wouldn't expect versus an actual smart round played out.
They're gonna have to go through the fire. Brolin's already ahead, severed off of his teammates. He's so far ahead on his own. Brought down by Apex. Another multi-kill moment from Apex here. Grenade landing on Torzy. Something him up, and look how disjointed the final members here are of MOUZ. They're going to try and get away, and they run right into one. The Blazers already there, just waiting for them. It's going to be 5 rounds in a row here for Vitality. Complete collapse for MOUZ. We thought it would be the Jimmy clutch catalyst to pull back the comeback, but Vitality stabilized just in time, and it's heartbreaking for MOUZ, but it is collapse. Team Vitality takes the opening map for the best of 5 grand final. The first map on their journey to 30.
the third person, like, we give a little bit extra context to what's going on. Over here, we have the and get all the action. This is the in-game director. Whatever they choose to see is what's actually going back to the technical director, and he's what's on the show.
We learned a lot about how these are better in intel power events like this year.
Oh my god, it's coming. Go down. Oh.
How are we doing, Dallas? You enjoying this Counterstrike? Hell yeah, we are. Well, I got some good news. We got another one of these beautiful Intel Core Ultra processors to give away. And you know the drill by now. I've got my friend Bob Bull. This time we got Bob facing away. He's a little shy. We're trying to figure out a way to get somebody to actually get this lasso onto that dang bull. And so we are going to try every configuration possible until we make it happen. We got a lot of contestants coming through here. Sir, what's your name? Nathan. Nathan, you know how to do this? No. You want some advice? You want to just rip it? I'll rip it. Rip it! What do we do?
Yeah.
Here's the lasso. We'll hand off that beautiful Intel Core Ultra processor. You're going to want to stand. We did 2 away last time. Do we need to get closer, Dallas, or is this good? No, sir? No, sir? Got a minute fair and square here. We'll go 1 step ahead of the volley. Alright? On the middle line of me. 1 step forward. Here you go. Dallas, make some noise. Contestant, what's your name? My name's John. Alright, John, you haven't done this before? No. Once again, we have an absolute noob trying to rock it out and get 1 headshot. Step right forward. 1 shot, 1 go. Get that loop nice and big. Get those all twisted here. We're going to do this. Teamwork makes the dream work. Loop nice and big. Make sure you're offhand. Turn it around. Keep it open so the rope can flow. Those ropes will come right off your hand. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, that's good for him. That's good for him. That's good swing. Oh, the power! Once again, getting in the way. Look, we all know it's important to play defense here, and the ballers are really making sure that it's a challenge. What's your name, sir? Jonathan. Jonathan, you got this? I hope so. Did you win last year? I won a different one. You won a different one. Well, step it up. Returning calendar here. What'd you win last year, Jonathan? What did you win last year? Won the processor. Oh, he won the processor! He's coming back for round 2. He's coming back for 2 processors! He's a lefty, so I'm going to get along here. Jonathan's going to show us what he's got. Come on, this guy! We're going to have to stick with just 1 beautiful Intel Core Ultra processor. Next contestant stepping up. You got the Team Liquid jersey here. What's your name? Jasmine.
Eddie, did you find it?
I
hope so. Oh, okay.
No.
Alright.
Step for everything, Jasmine. Step right up here. My wonderful assistant's going to hand us off. We're going to straighten up this loop real quick. It gets a little funny. Gotta make it behave. There we go. Keep the off hand open so that the coils can come off your hand as you throw. Step right up here.
It would be so
apparently you're going to want all the distance you can get.
Come on.
Swing it around. It's here for Jasmine.
With the power of friendship, anything's possible.
Wait. Oh, that's the closest one yet. Good shot. All right, next contestant, step right up. That is definitely the closest. Just yeah, we got another Team Liquid jersey rocking off with his name. There's Chuck. Name's what now? Chuck. Chuck. How do you feel about Chuck? The draw. Can we get a chant going for Chuck? Chuck. 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 Chuck.
Chuck. Chuck. Chuck. Chuck. Chuck. Chuck. Chuck.
There you go. Open fingers. Open fingers. We're gonna get there, folks. Eventually, someone will listen to me about the open fingers. One of these days. All right, Chuck. Chuck. You don't want that little bigger? Oh, Chuck. You got his ass though. You got it right on the cheeks. A little slap there. But it's over our next contestant here. Sir, what's your name? Dominic. Dominic, do you know how to do this? No. Does anyone in this line actually know how to do this? There's one guy who's going maybe. You went there, raise your hand, but I've seen you do it twice already and it hasn't gone well, so put that hand down. Here we go. Get that nice and big. Open hand here. Open hand, very critical. Maybe, hold on, we're gonna reload. I will fix you. I don't know if I can fix you, but I can fix the rope.
Are we ready for this guy or no? No. Fuck this guy. All right, fuck this guy. I want the girl over there. The girl's making a really good. Behind the guy. I can attempt. Oh my god, don't kill.
We're gonna get there. Step up. Get that loop bigger. Get that loop bigger. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Nice. Big loop. Over the head. Point the direction you want to go. Let's go. I believe we're gonna get there eventually. Oh! So close. So close, yet so far. Next contestant steps to the plate. Now, I see what's on the inside of your hoodie there. Are you confident here? Is that a Texas flag? No, it's an American flag. There we go. Okay. Cloud9 jersey on. Here for Cloud9. I like a jersey. Well, let's see if you can join the Cloud9 roping team. Should we flip it around? I'm getting some suggestions here from the audience. Turn Bob around, keep it like this. Keeping it like this. You're going to want all the distance you got. Here, step up forward. Step up forward. Trust me on this. Here we go. Okay. One finger on the loop. There you go. Keep that thing open. Oh boy. Okay. We're getting there. Oh, misfire. That's, you know, everyone's going like the loopy. Go over your head. Go over your head. There you go. That's how it lasts to work. That's how it lasts to work. Let's go. And he's open. One more try, I believe. No one's on anything. No one's on anything. Competitive integrity is intact here. We're gonna get somebody to get this damn ball. What's your name? Michael? That's a good name. You think you got this? Probably not. I love the confidence, Michael. Offhand open. Yes, this is key. Point it towards it. Yes, open. Open. It's like no one's ever been on a boat before. Open that loop up big. Open that loop up real big. Bigger than you think. That's a little bigger. There we go. All right, over the head, Michael. Over the head. Come on. We're in the vicinity of. I feel like we're making progress now. Is that because I'm kicking the ball closer? Or is it because anyone's figuring out how to do this? That I don't know. But we have 3 more minutes to find our winner here to give away this beautiful Intel Core Ultra processor. And so we are going to give this damn thing away. I promise you that, Dallas, one way or another. This processor will leave Norman's loving arms. Step forward. Take all the distance again. Here's your line. Here's your line. Open fingers. You got the right idea here. A little more open. We'll keep going. Maybe turn it around. There we go. There we go. Over the head. Nice. Big loops. Let it go. You know what? I think that's progress. Feels like progress. Step right up here, sir. Next contestant. Next contestant. Grab this big old loop. What's your name, sir? Noah. Noah? You gonna bring this bull onto your arc? I'm gonna sure as hell try. You're gonna sure as hell try! And that's what we like to hear! Let's go! Contains all the power that you're going to need
back at Blast Lisbon. Can they repeat that success here in Dallas to tie up this grand final series? Pistol round is live. Smoke Molotov on the Brolin, dualies on Zaiwu, and a smoke flash on Bezzy for the defense. And MOUZ lined up, looking like this is going to be attacked into the B-bomb, so they got 2 players in underpass, so they can change that quickly.
Fuck you, Apex! Fuck you, Apex! Fuck you, Apex!
Once again, a passive defense from Vitality works so well on Dust 2. MOUZ can never push forward to find an opening. Okay, Ralph is just going to continue where he left off.
Rob's looking clean on the opener. Rapside was going to find the follow-ups. Spinks already found himself in the window room, and it's a little bit of a surprise for Messi, but he's happy to get away with that one. And now he's stuck in the corner, he's pinned in the corner. There's a Palace push coming in as well, so Messi decides to go into connector and fight. He found the bomb, and the rest of his teammates taking kills between them. Zaiwu and Robs combined, putting it all on impact. Another 1v5. He's got the first headshot. It's going to be Messi go down. Is there a second offering? Surely they don't give him another chance here.
They're thinking about it right now. They're just like, all right, guys.
Oh, we got it. And so Rob's going to be quick with it. What do you think so good Vitality you think off for Rob?
And again, I think...
Right now, and there's no follow-up force by the even get close to a bomb plant, so no extra cash. Comfortable 2-0 should be coming out here for Vitality. Side, we're going to ensure that it is. Oh, yeah, Side, keep it. He's running out of bullets, and Rob's going to be all 2-0 lead, and this is quick. Now let's get into the buy.
Rifles, if he's going to get map 2 started underway, MOUZ has got to be very cautious about how they approach taking mid control if he's going to be frisky like that off catwalk.
Those flames sprinting into the underpass, right in the space, pretty loud about it. And still nearly wins the fight, which would have been a little bit ridiculous. Spinks going to hold on, but there's a second wave. There's Rob's coming this time. Spinks realizes that's a possibility and keeps it going as he looks for the B aggression. He does indeed, and Messi, he's still going to go for it. He's going to go right into Spinks, and eventually, for the third time of asking, Vitality bring him down.
Yeah, but now look at this. A little bit of pressure going to come over from Palace. Torji's here with Yimpat. They're going to wait a little bit of time for Brolin and Exertion to get back, but they're already staged up and ready to hit into this A-bomb site. I like that route from Spinks. I think he noticed how aggressive the MP9 was and said, no one sacrifices himself like that if there's not a second player coming. So very aware of the situation, and the same thing with Vitality at the end of round 3. They're out positions, a man down. So group up at the B-bomb site, concede A. Should be the first round for MOUZ because Apex isn't going to fight.
So safe call for Vitality, they'll wrap it up, and MOUZ is finally getting one on the board here. Be great if they were able to get a good start into the gun round, start building some momentum into this map. We know how important it will be for them just to try and shake off the woes of Dust 2.
Well, think about some of the personal aspects of it as well. You look over at Spinks, the one player dead for MOUZ in this round with that nice double kill to start things off. But Vitality player last year, a lot of the conversation that we've heard from Vitality from Apex has been his indecision of staying in the team, when he wants to leave the team, where he wants to be. Prevented them from lifting more trophies last year. Spinks kind of was one of those guys thought the grass was a little bit greener. So now he's looking for that indication. He's searching for it. He's had Vitality. His former teammates beat them 5 times this year, all while he's looking to prove that he's made the right decision.
I think the Spinks move to MOUZ is a little unexpected, and we wonder how they're going to go. We launched to a Alex Brolin did a 1,000 in-game leader. Everything has been a part of that.
Congratulations, Brolin. All that IGL success you've had throughout the year leads you to this, trying to figure out a way to beat the best team in the world at the moment. Round 4. Exertion, Brolin, Collins control, Robson, Zaiwu, and Apex to defend against it. Deep smoke, and that's a good little spam. Robson gets out of danger.
Zaiwu staying committed in mid. He's going to have a supporting grenade of Robs going up in behind. Zaiwu down to very low HP. Health to be exact. Spinks applying pressure, solo B again. The Smoking Palace is going to stop Torji. After moving forward and applying pressure to Flames.
Interesting seeing back-to-back rounds and you've had Torji kind of grouped up over at Palace, normally a position where you just see one player there.
This time they have the ball, that's the key difference as well. Ball with him. So an A-split being set up with Spinks' lurk at B. Flames gonna watch them and say, come on, the Palace has the ball! Oh, it's not the perfect kind of Palace. Flames just eradicating their chances and they got to punch their way out of it. Sure, a great double for Brolin, but they've still got to go back and get that bomb at Palace. which means walking into the waiting arms of Zaiwu, who just waits back to CT spawn.
Brola's happy to be the player watching for the rotation through the murder hole. He knows they're likely not going to be coming from that position.
Good timing here.
Yeah, he's got a sick wall. Gotta be careful, Rox is close by. I think he heard something.
You can see the reaction, just sits back in the corner. And he allows Spinks to walk right into him. Rox. No problem. He's trying to keep a little bit of damage on board, but with that kill, Spinks Vitality in the favor. 25 seconds to get the ball back. Here's the reposition. You send Exertion back to Palace and let Brola make his way to the murder hole. He's caught by Mezzi. So Exertion now leaps out of Palace to try and grab the ball. He's picked it up, but it's an impossible task that waits in front of him, and he realizes that. So he's going to back away. AK-47 trying to hold on to it.
Yeah, he can replenish utility. Teammates will buy back up into things. And MOUZ trying to initiate the round by walking through smoke. They tried it on Twister round as well. Flames handles it both times very, very well. Double kill in this round. A 3-1 lead for Vitality.
Back in the round, but it's not to be.
No, it's a solid buy this round for MOUZ, and it's still early going. Plenty of time to recover. But yet to find success they can lean on, they can rely on. Exertion is going to lead the way in underpass. Torji top in and Brolin in support.
I see him by the
Next up, another round. We got Spinks pushing Palace. That fight goes down, and so it is playing this time. So he's to fight out of Palace with Zaiwu. Stepping up in his step. Going towards Rand, no problem on the yip pad. He's got eyes on connect from the Oh yeah, that's what we've all come to see. Zaiwu on the swivel. Towards the up, and the chance of an ace. And Zaiwu really applies the
The best player in the world. He just rips them apart everywhere they are on the map. Exertion had a chance, the best chance. But you best not miss, and Zaiwu makes you pay.
Another rough. Something! Back down to pistols. Vitality are the best team, but they've also got the best individual. It's what makes them so deadly. Flames can't keep rolling out. Opening kill for Vitality.
Yeah, this is kind of the end of Dust 2. All these rounds are falling really, really flat for MOUZ. I feel like a lot of these opening kills coming in for Vitality feels like sometimes there's really not a great way to trade any of this round. Obviously, just with pistols, nothing's going to be easy. MOUZ back away from this B bomb site. The angle from Mezzi way too strong. But MOUZ having all those same issues we've talked about for years of just you get to this point and it looks like a completely different team than what we saw on the group stage. They melted through everyone on the way here. 2-0. They didn't drop a map before they did the grand finals. Embarrassing their opponents, Falcons, they wiped the map with them the entire series. Now against Vitality, they got no indication that MOUZ is here to play. 5-1, and a timeout call from MOUZ. Cyclone probably feeling desperate.
Back as well. Got the off out. Charging the top mid. Gonna boost him up over the top of the top mid smoke. He'll peer down into Khan. Nothing revealed to Torzi early on.
Tons of damage hit by Brolin through the smoke just when they make their move. Apex had the nade prime for the utility coming in from the MOUZ side of things. That's really good chip damage. Onto Brolin at the MOUZ side of things. Him and Exertion just back all the way off. Torji's going to jump a mid-round window smoke, but Vitality was just aggressive. They were just aggressively controlling mid. They know everything, and the smoke is this anyways.
We're going to peek it as well. I'm looking at mid. You can see no one moving now. It's all starting to line up here as they go to the A site. They're going to be going into Zaiwu.
He's an anchor now.
Flames off the top of the stairs. He's going to be rolling the first victim. Zaiwu takes a couple of steps forward under the wood. They might think it's clear because they just use fire on it, so they don't even check him. Zion with a great reposition, and once again, another stellar hold for the A defense here of Vitality. It is impenetrable right now. They're separated. Spinks once again on the lurk to the B-bomb site. This time he beats out Robs, but where can you go with this with 30 seconds? There's nowhere to run. You have to hide.
There's no impact on the lurk when everyone else dies on the other side of the map, and I'll tell you what, that's a really cool setup from Vitality. It's obviously the positions are nothing special, but when you think about it, I make a joke about Zion being the anchor. It's usually Flames. So when Flames gets the first kill over towards stairs, the rest of MOUZ thinks that the bomb site is clear. Like, okay, the anchor is playing calm. There's obviously a mid setup because we just threw the window smoke, they didn't realize this, and everyone's walking into the A-bomb site not clearing anything. Zaiwu's lying in wait for an easy frag and an easy round win. Now a 5-round lead, and now Vitality so confident, so comfortable, ready for the late round hunt. Torji is going to get away.
Make sure he gets around the corner, gets that one pick.
They need something from somebody like we had from Jimmy on Dust 2. Now's the time for that individual step up, that individual performance to breathe some new life in him. We saw what it can do. 1v5 victory for Jimmy, and they win on a 6-round streak, and now they haven't had any heroics, any success. All 5 players for MOUZ swooped up. They're tired of getting picked off one by one, spread across the map. They'll play the trade game. A death ball in middle. Zaiwu and Khan, Mezzi over on catwalk for a defensive crossfire.
Morzy let that shot ring out. Zaiwu in connector. Unstoppable. Unkillable. He's going to get away on 8 HP.
11-0 for Zaiwu early on in Mirage. And inside the smoke, when that fades, he can pop up at any moment. He might be able to grab one more with fortunate timing. Flames clearing out Palace. Seeing that it's open, that nobody's home from MOUZ. And now Zaiwu has all the information. Exertion still up in the ladder room though. It'll be the pivot point as MOUZ rotate back to the A-bomb site.
Okay. Exertion finishes him off. The ball shifting back into the A play. Flames, goes down to Exertion. Able to weaken the defense massively so. Flames is still worried about the A-pounds coming to the ramp. Apex is hidden. If Flames can set up the distraction, perhaps Apex can knock the rest of them down. Flames is up first. Spinks to hit the deck. Flames paranoid about Palace, Connector, and the ramp. He's done a great job so far, keeping the pressure up. Now Apex will be able to make another kill. Another strong A setup. But they've held on long enough. The rotation is in as well. And next is going to play something against these squad. 7-1, Vitality continue to build. And MOUZ have no life in the finals.
I mean, Vitality just have this team beat in so many different ways. It's now 5. I mean, we're again convinced that he's going to be the guy there, but Zaiwu lying in wait now. Apex in the previous round.
There's a pop into A coming out of Palace. Look at Apex tucked in behind Ninja. The initial contact to be taken by Zaiwu, and they want to run right into Apex. He's blinded, so he doesn't get the follow-up kill on this. But good damage being done. Brolin and Torzi at least able to fight a little bit, but it's a Brolin clutch required with an AWP in his hands. He should have missed the first opportunity, goes back to it, and Rock shuts the gap down before it really opens up.
Yeah, I think there's no room with which to operate between the shots of that AWP. Now a 7-round lead as Vitality continue inflicting pain. And you can see just the confusion when we get onto the MOUZ players' faces. They don't know what the solution is. They don't know how to adapt. Round 10, and no indication it's going to go any differently.
Yeah, there was excitement brewing at this event because we've seen MOUZ get better and better towards the end of an incredible performance in the early stages of the competition. And Vitality also looked weaker by their own standards, so we thought this grand final could deliver, but right now, it is same old, Vitality 8-1 up on the second map of play. Flames now confident, emboldened by their early success. He's going to walk into the ramp and get punished by Yipat.
Okay, you've just been handed an advantage, and you have to capitalize on it now. Another missed window smoke. MOUZ today looking real shaky. Apex gonna hold on to underneath balcony for the moment. Good kill on the Spinks, who's trying to lurk out. Yipat and Torji waiting for their moment.
Zaiwu waiting for that smoke to fail. Spot a little bit of his opponent.
Look at Mezzi, he's all the way at the end of B halls. He's about to bring out a big flank, but they're coming back from T-spawn.
Well, they seem to be aware of what they've lost, what the gap is. Can Mezzi? Oh, he doesn't turn it the right way. Looks away as Torzi takes him down. That's the opening. That's information that there's a weakness on the B side, but is there really a weakness? Because Zaiwu's down here with the AWP and the turret.
He's really disappointed himself. That was way too much. And man, Vitality, this one just goes away from them. The first round, they really tried to be aggressive and on an individual level with the push down ramp, with the push into B holes from Zywoo to get the deep angle, the flank from Messi. All of those get punished.
Yeah, limit testing, and they found the limit. It's going to be a second round here for MOUZ.
And I think, you go to these last 2 rounds to happen. Vitality's no, let's just sit back and I still don't know how to fight again. So a little bit of extra breathing room for MOUZ with this round number 2. Money's fine for Vitality.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? You're still got to go up against a really solid buy in the next round. Apex handling the quick push, thinking he's called the timing.
I would try to play, get some safety in the hall so we don't have to worry about catwalk and far more progression than he expected. That player came up through the underpass. Zywoo thought he had more time because Messi encountered players back in T-spawn. Misjudging the situation. I mean, for MOUZ, you're like, okay, we got this round. Now we have to win the rest of this half. We got to get to 4 to give ourselves some room in the second half. But again, you didn't really do anything there to win the round. You were kind of giving those opportunities by the aggression and the pushes from Vitality by their choices. You'll take it.
Zywoo, slowed down, held back. Still gonna be still work out for Zywoo. It's just a little bit different for him.
Man, it's really just a beast. Look how hard it is if your MOUZ to set anything up. Once again, this time you're grouped up, you want to prevent those early losses, and Zywoo's still able to grab one for nothing.
Now Rops is ready for a jump up on that back. Flex could have been one pressure out from the extra roller being caught. Rops then steps forward and Vitality. Sounds weakness in middle, but they are mistaken as Spinks holds on to the double push. He's actually dealt them an even blow. We're back to a 2v2 and there's still a lot of time here for MOUZ.
Yeah, but Vitality has been the superior team in these situations on both Dust 2 and now obviously on Mirage. This is going to back up into the B-bomb site. The defenders kind of have to play split for the moment, and you can see over at the A-bomb site the positioning from Zywoo. So many different choke points to worry about. He knows window is available, connector is available, so he's got to worry about window. Get back to Spinks. Up con into the A-bomb site. 35 seconds left on the clock. There's a kit on Zywoo. There's utility for the CTs to use, plenty for MOUZ to set up this post plant. A must-win clutch.
For Zywoo, creeping ever closer. Dreamhack has the clutch again for MOUZ. 8 seconds on the clock, going for points instead of brawn, but he's got to go for this. The plank down in the sight and no hope in hell for MOUZ.
Nothing can go right for MOUZ. Even the Molotov doesn't spread to Zywoo's speed. He finds it safety in the corner. Because he lets out a giggle. A rough way to lose another round. And a rough half to have to experience in the MOUZ jersey. Exertion in middle, all one is lonesome. Towards the B-bomb site we go with numbers.
Messi blinded, but they haven't checked it. They do not finish Messi. But a double kill as he melts the attack and Rops is up next. MOUZ halted, slowed down, and he's brought to a stop at the B site. Vision from Vitality, 10-2. And then was the blank bounce of the second map of Mirage.
Hey, right here. All right, hold on. Any more? There we go. It's getting bigger.
Vitality on another level today, especially Zywoo. 15-3 on this first half of Mirage. Incredible sequences, and ace in that first half as well. There's no one from MOUZ who can step up and challenge Vitality right now, and this match might come to a very quick conclusion.
Mounting for MOUZ to climb, but it all starts with the first step. Will they fall flat in their face?
Oh, fuck, dude.
Vitality gathering with the ball outside of B.
Oh, shit.
As he with a molly in hand. Two for mid, two for B. Palace and Ross. Mezzi to take first contact. Ball is now shifting into the underpass. Mezzi staying committed. Ross taking damage at Palace. MOUZ have got some early info to work with here. They know what's coming at them. There's a split through the connector. Xerxes got the first kill with a pistol. Need a little bit more, so it sweeps from behind. A double execution. Ross down to Palace. And it's a quick, clean pistol here for MOUZ.
All right, there we go. A little bit of life, and they're gonna have a chance. A chance that game gets started. Or a chance to at least play themselves awake into this series. At 3, the scoreboard, the scoreline.
No round is unwinnable for Vitality, especially when they've got Deagles and Tech 9s. A little bit of something.
Yeah, I don't even want to think about that eventuality. It's actually horror in my brain for MOUZ to imagine a world in which they lose this round. That would just be too much.
They're coming at them directly. Simple utility. Any execution. Roland stopping one. Apex able to respond. The pressure's up. The ball plant denied. Apex not allowed to get away with it.
Gotta get that ball while those smokes are still up there and get it planted. Ross
Mezzi.
doing it.
He comes through the smoke. Oh, Mezzi appears, but Curson ready. Handles him. Couldn't get Rox. The pressure's still on. But now Rox alone, and he's dropped. So now he will pick it up without moving into the forward fight. He also don't see the ball play.
Yeah, all about stopping that bomb plan. Really well done from MOUZ. Right the bomb plan down through the smoke, and then all of a sudden Vitality actually have to attack into you. They no longer have the safety seat in the bomb site waiting for them to do. They've got to.
He's like, excuse me, sir, let me finishing your drink.
Yeah, exactly.
Ross unable to
Last year
make much
they had a
happen.
really
That's
long
down to the Bowman and Yimpact with the two openers, and should be able to bring up the Deagles in mid as well without too much issue. And then flash it all down the front. Pick up the middle, halfway there to come back. And here comes the buy for Vitality at the start of the second half. Everybody on AK-47s.
Yeah, it should be. I mean, you can do whatever you want in this round for Vitality. We'll see what they open up with. You want to spread into a default? Do they want to go actually just attack into a bomb, try to set piece it in? How exactly do you want to kick things off?
I'm not going to different sections for this shit. This is our section.
This gun round as you try and close out map number 2.
We got one down here.
Map number 3 will be Inferno. A little bit of mid-control now for Vitality. Flank's going to lead the way through, turning from flashbangs. One-on-one catwalk, one of the underpass. Oh, no, not another one.
We got
Good trade from Zyru, and mid is opened up.
Keeps it 3v3. A lot of space in mid for Vitality. Impact worried about being for good reason. Ross applying pressure. Back over there, and we'll win it this time against Ross. Torzy's drifted over to help out B.
I like Torzy. I like Rob's actually forcing that fight a little bit. I mean, you have the 2 kills that come out in the middle, so he knows like likely he has a one-on-one at the B bomb site. Finds it, can't get the kill, but the opportunity is still there. I like the idea from Robs. Not able to close it out. So Mezzi and Zyru join up. At the base of Con, it's Brolin playing very passive at CT spawn as the A bomb site defender, but MOUZ is not sitting back on their heels. Impact going to start getting information and getting started on a flank. Torzy going to come on back and he'll be able to support Brolin, but Zyru and Mezzi have the room to get a bomb planted.
They've got in position very quietly. Contact all the way to CT, and now they make contact with Brolin and NP9 on top of the first fight. Damage done to Mezzi as well. And that really should take him out of contention for this clutch. We've got Impact coming ramp and torching through CT. And Mezzi's just going to jump into the open with Molly in hand. It goes down, and another round from MOUZ picked up.
Yeah, they're getting started very well in the second half to make a game out of it. Obviously in map 1 and so far in map 2 with CT side barrage. Let's see if he can get it rolling, because that's going to be great for the rest of this series.
Yeah, it took a while to figure out what they wanted to buy here, Vitality, but in the last second they throw an AK on to Zaiwu and Rob to the Galil. Some utility and a direct hit into the A-bomb site. No lurks, it's all about getting out A. 4 through ramp, 1 through palace, and here they come, Vitality on the charge. And it's that Torsi off that you just mentioned. Not able to connect him the first time of asking. He has to relinquish control of CT, and this opens up a gap as Vitality starts to move through on it.
And the top-rated player of the event so far hasn't been able to have impact in these grand finals. Now MOUZ going to sit patiently behind the smokes of this utility, trying to delay, trying to harass and deal damage as this bomb gets planted. So first step is there for Vitality, but the hardest one is winning the round.
This isn't even a full buy for Vitality, not even a full investment. But they're in the site, and they're always dangerous when they get themselves into these positions. But Brolin finds the follow-up kill. It's now a 5v3 on the retake. With the 2 rifles still alive, and one of them in the hands of Zaiwu. Deadly to the headshot, steps out into the open. The ESL will clean up with Torsi beside him. And MOUZ takes to another Vitality round win.
Nice attempt from Vitality, getting aggressive on the retake when the MOUZ players are in transition. Zaiwu's able to grab a couple, but too much of an advantage for the MOUZ defense. And a second timeout called out by Vitality. Starting to feel a little bit of worry. Not panicked yet, but MOUZ have won 5 in a row. They've handled your executes into the A-bomb site with no problem. And they're now within striking distance, just 3 rounds back. So for Vitality, they're saying we need to stop this right here, right now. If this smokes around, and maybe a change of style. Maybe instead of these A execs with the low buys, maybe we do see them go back to that mid control. Spread out across the map, give some individuals freedom.
Come on! Come on! You're gonna get this audition, you're gonna like it! I'm going over there after. I'm getting this fucking beer. You guy down there? Everywhere.
Smooth move. He'll get himself to short.
I'm getting this damn beer. Can't get this down. Oh,
Vitality have the big control. They're should try and make it a little more difficult for Zaiwu. Sends one bullet through the smoke. Always pushed up in ramp.
And nice little position for him that gives him flexibility. Xerxes can be a little bit more free roaming towards top pond. Big hiding in the window. Vitality take mid, they take mid control, smoke out to deny the information that they vacated the premises. It's back around to the A-bomb site. So similar idea, but they just wanted to start it with mid control to see if they could keep the defense away.
Roland's on his toes. He's aware of this possibility. He's aware that the A play might be queued up. Can he stop it? Can he make it more difficult at least? First up, Zaiwu sees the shoulder. That's all we'll see. Messi follows up on a double peak. Zaiwu and Messi creating space into the A-bomb site. Torsi has to try and shut them down. It's a good quick killer on Messi. Is there anything else on the off in the back of the bomb site? And there won't be because they're rotating, because Rops is calling him to come back to B. It's opened up. There's a huge amount of space as the impact comes back. But is he going to get shut down by Rops?
So much attention pulled to the A-bomb site. Vitality simulated that so well. Wasn't meant to be a fake, it was meant to be an exact, which is why it felt so real to MOUZ. They've all shifted away, and Rops has found the foothold inside the B-bomb site. The effect coming back to see what he can recover, but I think it's too late.
There already is. The bomb now coming, and he's going to do damage to the bomb carrier, but he can't stop them from getting in the site. And Apex is going to stop them from rotating. As he gets to top middle, exertion is cut off, and MOUZ fall to just 3 plays, and they're a long way off winning this. They're a long way off winning this. But that kill at Apex, numbers again even.
They got kids.
And the impact knows he did damage as well to the player that jumped out of the window. That's Zaiwu. The impact tapping away to the bench player, doing more damage. Finished off by Torsi. Flames up next, and he's not going to miss. Not going to miss his chance. And it's all on Flames now as Spinks comes back. Spinks working the central run for MOUZ to keep this comeback going.
All the things going wrong for MOUZ on +2 are now going right in this second half. You get the benefit that spam down at the very end. Vitality even plays that very well. The mid from Zaiwu with low HP.
Guardian Mirage. The collapse for MOUZ. Messi already out of the ramp. He's got Zaiwu in front of him. Look at this. Vitality has some space to play with.
They got him beat. They just need the kills now.
They take him. Will they boost up? Yes, they will. Roland's timing. Looked away. Zaiwu is on the top of the stairs now. There's no way Roland's ready for this. ZywOo zaps away Brolin.
They still don't know about exertion though. A similar position who can wheel himself out of con. Going to be smoked off now, but still has a chance for impact. Going to stick in con, wait for his teammates to arrive, play it 4-on-4. Another retake opportunity for MOUZ. The last one looked so clean. The retakes in this half have looked clean. 3 in a row diffuses MOUZ has. And one more needed to close the gap to just one.
The wall bangs in the previous retake helped their woes, allowed them back into the site. Gonna hope for some success similar to that now. Plenty of utility, Robs will burn and he gets taken down. Quick first kill here for MOUZ on the retake attempt. They launched themselves in. This time it's not a little Messi on the fight, but it's just Messi left. The defuse being stuck, it's playing on default. Can he get there in time? Blasts his way to the defuse.
And the Death mentioned it, how good the supporting cast for Vitality has been. We're always going to talk about ZywOo, we're always going to talk about Robs, but Messi has delivered in so many big moments. So impactful, so clutch.
So close.
And now we see if the story is the same as it was on Dust 2. An incredible run from MOUZ to get back into the map, but a single loss. Does that shake them off kilter? Does that ruin their rhythm?
Well, it was enough on Dust 2 to destroy them, to make them disappear.
So let's see some of that mentality they've been talking so much about. Time to dig deep. And well, it's just a rinse and repeat through the smoke for sure.
One player here, it's Torzy looking to make the difference this time. Torches flames. Spins some Apex, blow for blow. Robs opening up, another fight towards Brolin, gets into the connector. Tony drops in, Robs gets down, swings again, another impact kill for MOUZ. ZywOo diving down, out of balance, and once again it is ZywOo tasked with a clutch for Vitality. This is the sharpest tool they have.
21 kills.
The weapon of mass destruction in ZywOo, and he's gonna the game of the Hungarian highlight. ZywOo against Torzy. Defuse tapped, not the stick. ZywOo starting to move in. Dropping ZywOo. And he's had a great run of form here in Dallas. And he's going to respond to the Vitality win with one of his own. Keeps MOUZ in the fight.
Yeah, and he's the sharpest tool that MOUZ have, and he's the sharpest in the 1-0 AK-47 on ZywOo. But their T side really struggling as MOUZ's defense has hit an incredible level. The last 4 round wins for MOUZ have been diffuses and retakes. They've looked clean. It's all a fake and it's working. Look how hard MOUZ bid on this. Look at the rotation on the mini-map. Just now exertion getting back into position.
Exertion, he's going to get one. He's hoping for a little bit more on that peak. He had the element of surprise for the distraction set up from his teammate in the sight, but not enough to feel comfortable here if you're MOUZ.
No, definitely not if you're Brolin, low HP, you've got everyone to worry about.
Rob's trying to fight down CT, but he knows he wants that low HP player. He wants to get it! Rob to the hunt. Successful. He catches himself with Brolin. And now the plant is being secured. Apex still going to put it down. Spin's not there in time to deny it. And so the fuse is lit. Looking 12 for Vitality off the back of it. As he waits, up on ticket. It's going to be Torzy. Straight to the head. Flames and Robs, 2v3, and the flank around the back. Will that Robs get there in time?
That could be the winning play if Flames keeps him off the ball.
He's got to keep him pinned. Oh! He got Robs around the back. Flames is doesn't even need Robs right now, but he'll be the final piece. And he can't do it, so it is Flames required. Time ticking, dancing with death, and Spinks does not have a chance. He does not have the time. And Vitality, they've got match point.
And it's the supporting cast. This is what makes Vitality so strong. This is what makes them so hard to beat. ZywOo's bringing you to the finish line, but Messi and Flames with impact to bring you over.
A little bit of stuff in the money here for MOUZ as well. They're broken. They're completely shattered at the end. Flames with some beautiful shooting here. And it might might just be enough to close out the second map of the best of 5.
It's got to just be so gutting for MOUZ. Again, 2 maps in a row, huge runs to come back into the maps, contend down the stretch.
And just think about it, it's a best of 5. You're going up against a team that hold a 29 win streak. 6th final, looking for their 6th title. How are you going to find the way to pull back? A club from MOUZ have 5-7 D goals, MP9 in the FAMAS.
It's not pretty. But you can always do something clever and creative. How prepared is Vitality going to be? And actually, it looks like they don't even want to let that clever and creative plan come into action. They just say, we'll stay grouped up. We don't need to spread out, thin out our attack and let you pick us off. Over to the B box, there we go. And Apex, he hasn't called a play like this all throughout the half. So MOUZ have no idea it's coming. It's Dreamhack alone with the Deagle.
Jump off the break, that's full on to the max end. Not good enough. The last ditch effort from MOUZ to lead back into the site. It doesn't look like it is going to be enough to keep them going here. Spix has to make us believe. Without P9, he doesn't muster it, so it's rolling to step up instead. The Swede looking up to the sweetness, but it will not be a thing. It is Vitality last year who makes the Dallas Stars defeated in the final. But this time they are looking to destroy MOUZ to take that Dallas title.
For Vitality on Inferno across 2025 against MOUZ. Just another obstacle they'll have to overcome, having never beat Vitality in the past 5 engagements. Never taking this map away from them, and now you've got your grand finals life on the line as well.
Oh, exactly there. Okay, got it.
And you have the history of the first 2 maps fresh in your minds. Vitality getting up to 50
no big deal.
Burying you, making you feel useless and impotent. Comebacks that brought you back in that fall short has happened twice. MOUZ surely feeling there's nothing they can do to beat this team. And it's so slow to start at the moment. Vitality just looking for MOUZ to come out with a different kind of attitude, with a different aggressive philosophy, trying to catch them off guard and just don't want to deal with it. So sit way back, and at about the minute mark, they've got complete banana control.
You can drop the smoke and try and slow this down, but they've got enough to re-execute into the B-bomb side again. They're going to send that 3rd player over straight away. Spinks rotating through Speedway. He's a flash to help out. And MOUZ actually holding on to the util. The impact was his. He's on the other side of the map right now.
Because they're so passive and they haven't actually moved, they have no idea what's coming. Like, they needed that flashbang from Spinks, but he's shifted back to the A-bomb side. He should be able to get here in time, and he will.
Well, that crossfire disrupted by the fire. Now comes the flames. Nolan in the bounty. To cool them off. And it's Exertion with a double. Exertion! Crosses to the head. The shot to the quick. The gunslinger in Texas, and we've got the pistol for MOUZ.
I feel like that's the first time we've had to say his name with a round like that. A single-handed victory from Exertion has not been able to get going in this grand final. But that's exactly what MOUZ. After the last map, he said you guys got quiet. He said you guys got no energy.
For him, and the pressure's going to be up on him. Throw like a cleanup. Apex, he got flames and Messi. The last 2 Vitality playing in the middle. We'll start here for MOUZ, 2-0.
Yeah, but now the real test comes out, or the first test comes out in terms of the AK-47s. All across the board. You guys are absolutely wild. Thank you for another good weekend, Dallas. Round 3 underway. First gunner,
this time. Lovers in the back of that as well. A month of Counterstrike in the USA. We're getting started. Zaiwu on top of the half wall. It's going to be Zaiwu to take one. Spinks to trade, but it's short-lived thanks to Mezzi on the follow-up. And now Brolin's drawn out of position, and they make it look easy.
Yeah, the trade game is so efficient today for Vitality. They haven't slipped up in that regard at all. And you saw Brox over on the other side of the map lurking in holes. So there's no safety for Torji and Yifat at the moment, although of course, having played 4 times on this map, they'll be well aware of Rob's tendencies. What are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do about that kind of a peak?
Torzi. Ooh, goes into boiler. And nothing at all. Vitality once again with no mercy to MOUZ.
Rob's has got to be having 3 rifles, but missing utility.
Not a whole lot of hope here for MOUZ, but we'll see how the triple stack outside of Banana goes. It's going to be a barrage to Brolin. One of his health ruined. Impact down straight away. Torzi offers himself up into the fight versus Robs, and that's going to win that fight in the apartments. A key kill to keep his team in this round.
Yeah, good find on the Robs as well, but so much damage on the Brolin. He's brought very low. He's got to shift away from the B bomb site. No reason for him to stick around, so it's just exertion. MP9. He's got a smoke to drop if he gets in trouble, but okay, wide swing, he gets back in time. Vitality's happy to force out the delay, and things will settle for just a moment.
We love you,
MOUZ has to think to save these weapons. No one even going to attempt to help exertion at the B bomb site. When this hit comes in, he'll either fall back and save with the rest of his team, or he'll just end up dying.
Let's see how much he can muster. MP9 in the coffin smoke. He's held by behind it. Can't really get anything going.
Spinks and Brolin don't move. This round's done. It's gonna be 2-2 tied up. And the simple thing is MOUZ just don't want their economy and the weapons to disappear. So they'll bring you 2 and 4s into the next round. And from us, this is a good call for MOUZ. It gives you another buy back to back, despite not having the funds for it. But this can't be a trend. We see it on Inferno frequently. We know how often and how there's a convincing site take. The other site just kind of has to save. Rotations are long, you're rotating to really tough choke points to manage. And MOUZ has to make sure that moving forward into the rest of this half, like they can't lose the B bomb site without trade, without resistance, without slowing down Vitality. If they can't buy time for teammates to get over and help them, they're in for a world of hurt.
Thanks. How far did you go? I went all the way. Secret one?
Happy birthday.
Oh, there's another secret one?
Oh, just BT again.
I'll show him the video and find out.
Alright, well, round 5. What are we getting into this one?
Now you go to the staff one.
MOUZ is trying to save a little bit of money while having enough to be dangerous.
Yeah, Jacob looks
So
like
it's a light investment in terms of the nades that they pick up. In terms of kits, they haven't grabbed any of those. You're not going to stay away from armor as well. So just trying to shore up as much cash for the next round as the losing bonus hasn't fully built up.
Not really happy about that, Torzi. Silver, rather under half his health. Take it off with that grenade. He's going to drop back and play for the short. Flame just got the apartment, starting to move through the bedroom. This will confirm that he is the sole tenant. Rolling to move forward with a smoke that lands on the half wall, laying down some fire. And it's Zaiwu to take the brunt of the damage.
Yeah, that's a really nice find from Brolin. A little bit of unconfirmed damage, but makes it, softens up Zaiwu for later on. And once again, they leave Brolin all of us lonesome at this B-bomb site. I don't know if there'll be a shift back on a certain timing. Spinks and exertion on wrap side. Torji and Yinkat doubling up towards pit. Banana control now taken for Vitality. They've got brackets to pressure the A-bomb site. They've got Banana to pressure the B-bomb site. And MOUZ have no idea which one they're going to finish at yet.
Mezzi in the open, into his death. Brolin grabbing the opening kill here for MOUZ with 40 seconds left. Look where the bomb is. All the way at the back of the T-Staz. At least Apex getting some space here for his squad, but he can pick that bomb up. Get over to B, and Apex is being traded out, so not looking too pretty here for Vitality. It's Rock to make the next move, and he's stopped. So they try to run nowhere. Vitality falls MOUZ back into the lead.
Yeah, that felt very curious. There was no finishing move whatsoever. Players trying to trade out at the B bomb site, trying to find Brolin, and just kind of one by one they've leaked in. It felt like they never really had a team unified decision to attack and commit to things. Yeah, but he doesn't know there's one player in the back, so planting in the smoke, he might be able to get away with it, but...
The ball plants, but needs something special now. Flames will give it a first step, and he just can't connect it all to the Exertion. The MOUZ do eventually take the lead, a small chance.
Round 6, off in Torji's hands. And this is a map we know he can come on fire. If Torji has a good Inferno here, MOUZ can run up the CT side scoreboard. He's going to be boosted up over the smoke in middle, wants a chance at it, but scared away by the bullets. Coming on the losing side of that utility exchange in Banana. This time just needs one down to 53. Messi as well in the same position.
Exertion can eat one nade, but it's not going to be a whole lot of damage. Messi then jumps up. Exertion wins the fight. Apex and the central trade for Vitality. Silent of the ball back to the bomb site. That's it. That's everybody that was there.
Yeah, this is what I talked about just a couple rounds ago. That hit is way too convincing. Brolin falling, got fast after the fact, and he leaves Jimmy, Spinks, and Torji with nothing to do. No point in them shifting over. They know they've still got routes to find as well. So they're still in danger. And a very convincing round from Vitality.
How far does Rob sort of push this?
They don't really, Vitality, have enough funds to go for any kind of a hunt, so Rops might just kind of peek in on his lonesome, but he's knows the likeliest place for them to save is over a pit. That's not a great fight for him whatsoever, so just looking to see if anyone pushes out. MOUZ should be fine keeping these weapons into the next round without any kind of a hunt, but we're tied yet again at 3. Try it on your Steam Deck, I hear that goes well.
Big march into Banana. He's got Zybu beside him. Zybu, I don't know how he's not taking any damage whatsoever. The fire doesn't spread to his feet, so he just sits back behind the logs. And Zybu will be happy about that.
The god cannot be touched by fire. Rob's going to be at the end of halls and angle deep. Okay, Torji, you're in danger. You don't know it yet. If you back up, if you just lose focus for a moment. Thankfully for Torji, he steps forward. It's Brolin who might be at risk. And just by sheer luck alone, they avoid running into Rops' crosshairs. Vitality lining up an attack to the A-bomb site. Left side going to be smoked off. Torji going to be blocked off. How fast, how aggressive do they want to take this attack up short?
Winded. Goes back to the archway. Rob's going to miss his utility. In fact, it's a little bit of blowback in the apartments. He's got 45 seconds to try and recover this. Utility's going to come up long. Spinks into the fight with nothing. Nothing from Spinks. And then opening now is pressure melts for the 2 remaining defenders of the A-bomb site. Towards the site. Overwhelmed. Overrun. But the impact looks to protect him for a little bit longer from Finn. It's 2 from the Finn. It looks still good for Vitality. Exertion and Brolin held out.
You're still not having any success on the initial fights when these attacks begin of your MOUZ, which means even though it usually gets you a great double kill from Pit, it has no impact in the round. It can't actually turn the fortunes of what's occurring. Vitality are just beating you 4-3. They're keeping it close, but they cannot find a consistent way to win against Vitality.
Vitality increased their score on the T side to 4.
One round lead for Vitality, 2 map lead in these grand finals.
smoke. Not given an opportunity as Exertion takes a tighter angle, just boosted behind the half wall. Flash now into Banana. Leslie starting to make his march. He's got his teammates in behind him. Zywo and Flames following up in behind, and space is slowly but surely being taken. First fight again will be Exertion. Can he handle them this time? Up first is Mezzi. Exertion catches a good timing, peeking out from the back of the sandbags just as Mezzi was looking the other way. Flames burning away Brawl, and Exertion still around, and that's the kill of the title. Not enough to bring him down, and so Exertion gets one more.
And once again, they beat him at the B-bomb site. There's a third player here in space, but he's going to come off Bruce, spamming in, foul. Fourth fight on the road.
Zywo's had very few kills to kick off Inverno, but all of them have been towards Banana. And all of them impact kills to make sure that there's no chance for the B-bomb site defense.
Yeah, they've always been the player who's at the last line of defense at the bomb site, so a lot of impact for Zywo, despite the fact only 3 kills so far. Low fragging game as MOUZ has been forced to save so many times, round and round again, and
they're having a look, but again, it's just so frustrating, but it's a tough pill they have to swallow. It's one where they have to back away, retreat to save their weapons, and give them another shot at the next round. We're watching Vitality just build on this T side.
I don't think MOUZ has gotten a stop at the B-bomb site really all that well yet. Vitality's been able to take this a number of times, a massive weakness on the map.
We've seen Vitality, they've shown comfort even in the group stages against some of the lesser teams. They opened up against Legacy, and they won that map just by going B on Inferno over and over again for the entire T side. So
some emotional support out to the boys. They're down by 2, but weapons in this round are labored. Off, saved by Torji, so that's still around.
Just trying to make it sing down Banana early on, but with that smoke up, severs off his vision, and the AWP cannot chime in. They know his position towards B early on, and so Ross feels like there's more space, there's more comfort taking peeks at brackets, knowing he's not going to be picked off by that wall.
And he's so good at picking and choosing rounds in which he wants to make that kind of aggressive peek, right? Most of the time he's just quiet, he's lurking, he adds in just an aggressive peek every once in a while to catch the defender off guard. Player who really loves the mind games with his equivalent on the other side of the server. So Torji's holding this off, but he's got no smoke, no Molotov, so as soon as he fires, he's got to back away. Exertion is coming in support.
Will it be enough? There'll be no stopping power at the B-bomb side, but perhaps the difference is this off in the hands of Torzi. But the utility is cancelling him out, it's keeping him at bay. So Messi's going to charge in off the back of the utility. The execution is successful. Exertion with 1, but not enough to hold on to B. Look at Apex. He's pushed through that CT smoke, going to be a thorn in their side.
Denies the ability for Torji to fall back as well. They know they have him locked in towards Ruins.
Torzi's committed to it, but he runs away. And Apex is ready to rip it out of his hands. Walks on the double with Banana. And once again, it's Vitality just upping the gear. Driving towards victory. My mouth can show no stop.
Vitality superiority every single map today. Vitality. And the club of teams who have never overcome them is growing larger.
And they run into their two, we call them rivals. The two teams that are able to play them pretty close in the games, right? We've got Falcons earlier on in the competition. Vitality cast them aside in the semis. Now MOUZ in the grand finals. They could be winning this one 3-0.
I know y'all didn't ask for it, but y'all didn't have to hold it.
Well, perhaps this is the event where Vitality lose the streak. But if anything, they're going into the major with full strike. It's Apex rounds the corner and takes Exertion's head off, and he's not slowing down. Apex on the hot
He forced that. It felt like every fight was a bad decision, but he wanted them all. He was so aggressive. Didn't care about the reload either. And Apex wanted to get a highlight in these grand finals, but watching his teammates do it all through match, now it's his turn.
I love that he did it with his little amount of bullets as he had. Right, the last couple of bullets in the AK, and he still gets the final kill in the third. Yeah, he's 40, you're right. This is incredible. What a performance at Apex, turning around his career, right? This has been a fantastic year for him, in-game leading, but also seeing an elevation in his own individual performance, right? This is the most impressive part about Apex. The switch in his career from entry fragger to now in-game leader has been a long journey to get into a position where he's considered year he stepped up, and we're seeing a massive difference.
Well, I think it's all been a journey for Apex, right? If you think his switch into in-game leader back in 2020 started out a little bit rocky, and then came the Danish era in Vitality, when Donna came over, when Matt just came over, when Dupree was there. They ended up winning the Paris Major, but Apex himself had to establish his kind of dominance as an IGL. It's like, we're playing it the way that I want to. And now since then, in these years, he's paired up, he's brought his friend Xtaz in, who's got a lot of confidence in his coach, and he's finally got a system to where he can focus more on the fraggy, where he's got everyone on the same page. With the work they've put in over the last 2 to 3 years, he gets more time, he gets more freedom to focus on his individual prowess, and it's paying off in the year 2025.
He's down in the title in Dallas last year to G2. This year, no one can keep it away from him.
Now what?
2 rounds left in the half.
Can we extend this down, guys?
MOUZ need them.
Help us.
Fighting for it in mid. Challenging the banana. 4 kills for the blink of an eye for MOUZ.
This is not
Off the back of those 4 kills. Should be 5. It's a 4th round. And Flame's trying to ignite something in banana, but he's punching away from the Not realizing he's very limited to these rounds. Can they secure the fate?
It's amazing that round looks so perfect when they struggle with that exact same fight and situation throughout this half. Vitality up until that round got banana whenever they wanted it. It's strange, there's rounds with his aggressive decision here, just kind of caught off guard and through the smoke right in front. Final round of the first half on Inferno. Utility being stockpiled towards the B-bomb site for MOUZ's defense. And this time Vitality get a little bit of pace up mid.
Flames is fast. Getting into boiler. And losing his head. Is there another Hungarian headshot? Apex is silent.
All the timing.
Oh, this is perfect.
He just heard the footsteps too, I would imagine, unless they got obscured by Nate blowing up, but he's going to tell his teams, I'm wrapping around A right now. I've got space, I've got freedom.
See how vocal he is.
Yeah, start coming this direction.
He's got a lot of space. Apex with a move. Apex with the play. There's the flag on Torsi. Can he find a second? Gets the information over Ross. Just in time.
Might have need that pin player first, no trigger discipline.
Ball is off to Marathon. MOUZ pleading for the 5th, but it's Messi to try and take away the rights. He's into the side with a flag going down on default. Is there a clutch available for Merriman? Into the boiler he goes, he slips away. And now he could be anywhere. Messi could be anywhere. He's to move on to final again, he's got a bit of space. Fortunately, MOUZ have a lot of utility. And a lot of get that big drop from MOUZ in the first half of Inferno. If MOUZ are to do it, it's going to take a special comeback in this series, but at least they're still in the fight.
One they get a lift in a year where they just seem unbeatable. MOUZ has had their comebacks on Dust 2, they've had their comebacks on Mirage, but never have they been able to complete them and bring them all the way into a victory. And it doesn't feel like that's going to happen now. But MOUZ have one last chance to change the way we look at this team.
Second half underway, and Spinks is going to be sprinting up through the down. He's got all of his teammates filtering in. Just one player here, and it's Apex. Had a great first half. Looking to kick off the second with a bang. And they run right by him. Turns to left. Heads turn, it's only one.
We're going to flank Rody here very quickly at Banana. Though nobody's there to protect the bomb player, they're pushing forward.
The bomb spilled into the site. The bomb spilled into the site because that one kill from Apex, so you actually have to go and waste time picking it up. And that leaves Torsi pinned in the corner, and look at this. Vitality have all arrived. Vitality in the better position all of a sudden. And Torsi with a last-ditch effort, looking for plan C at this point to get back into the round for MOUZ. Rock's not letting him have any room to move. He still has to fight his way out of it. He'll certainly do so. Flames are going to clutch him down. He goes back to it. It's going to be Zygo taking him down, and yet Pat left alone. That one kill from Apex ends up being enough because the bomb hits the ground. The Vitality sprint back in time.
They're so good at the moment of playing within themselves and not overextending. And these extended battles, this extended pistol round that goes on forever. No one from Vitality oversteps the mark. They're always in a position to help a teammate nearby. And that fast banana flame was the ruin to MOUZ's idea of pushing towards CT spawn, of pushing towards ruins and controlling it.
The sister Ross is going to get the point.
On Hero Galil, on Sphinx. Things are going to start getting desperate for MOUZ. Grasping at anything that can bring you back into this game. The Galil's delivered you the opening, you'll let the flames to fall. Very chill from MOUZ, testing the waters. They have no utility, so it's going to be hard to find a finishing move that's effective. Apex has smoked nade over towards the B bomb site, and this is the final play of MOUZ. 4 members here, 1 mover towards A, it's Exertion with a Glock.
You hear that smoke go down and they immediately just rotate away. Not wanting to go through it, not feeling comfortable there.
Yeah, but a weird timing. I mean, Vitality actually might get sold down the river. They just cleared brackets. Mezzi's sticking around, thankfully, so he can still have eyes on it, but they kind of think for the moment this is going to be a banana finish.
He's still got Rops in the balcony as well. Quite a strong player to have in that position. Let's see if Rops is able to do anything from it. It's only an MP9 though. Against the Gloss. He's on a run. As he makes his way into the side, Rops to dive down. Didn't win kill from Rops, but he's being pressure for something at the side. Sphinx in the bomb site. Plant locked in at least, but can he go all the way? Can he win this run for MOUZ? It's a must-win to kick off this second half, and they move in together. Sphinx against his former organization, against his former teammates, and Apex, no luck lost, he's gonna take it. MOUZ able to get the miracle.
Yeah, an easy fight wants to have him pinned down behind the pillar, just bullets just tapping away, making sure he never gets a clean peek, never a safe peek. A little bit of danger in that for MOUZ, considering they brought a Galil and Glocks for the most part, so not too shabby to get a bomb plant there and 3 kills, but man, how good is Rops? Pressured from 3 different angles, and manages them all and still lands spectacular shots. 9-5. Vitality just 4 rounds away from the trophy.
That's the difficult part, as they have to walk into a double stack. Rops and Silent. Tower of Terror. And Mezzi's going to be on the other side. Impact falling, and the numbers going to an even 3v3.
Yeah, and disappearing inside the smoke, and even though you get the kill over towards the B bomb site onto Apex, since you're so spread out towards middle, you have no way to take advantage of it. And now ZywOo, all the confidence in the world. Although Exertion might just catch you out around the corner, that's towards you, and now he falls back.
Gets another. He's eventually going to be taken out by Exertion. There's 53 seconds to win this for Exertion. We often talk about his opening prowess, but now he needs to become a closer. He'll go back down to bottom banana. There's a pathway to be at the moment open. Not that he knows it.
This might be a hard clutch to put together if you're Vitality. As soon as you make your move, if you move after the smoke fades, Exertion is thinking that's the likeliest scenario.
It's not.
They passed like that, and he was able to get into the A bomb site for. I mean, there could have been something there, but would have just been blind luck. 10-5.
Problem is here for MOUZ, there's no money, there's no bomb plant secured, so you're sitting around $3,000 average. You're gonna be picking up Tech 9s.
I mean, this is the last half line you do. Everything after this is going to be everything you've got. You're throwing it all in. You have no more time to waste. You simply need to put rounds on the board. 3 in a row to start this second half of Vitality. So trying to recover 3 players up in halls. And for MOUZ, they have one more chance this next round with guns to turn their fortunes on Inferno.
Yeah, real slow one for MOUZ as they set for the like 3 players defending. And there's a bomb side, drops in the pit. Perfect. Down on the Sphinx, low HP, diving down into the pit itself. 40 seconds on the clock, the last pitch effort, stop by Sideward Messi. We're looking at 11-5, the fourth buy gets nowhere, or rather the half buy gets nowhere. And now it's the full buy, and the last time out as well. This is it for MOUZ. It looks like their stage demons will not be shaken off. They're not going to get past Vitality.
You have to call this one from scratch as well if you're Cyclone, because you don't have any success to go off of. You have nothing you can build upon. For X-Taz, it's just stay focused, play the same exact game, no need to change anything. We've already shown that they can't beat us. They can't break through this defense. So nothing unusual for Vitality.
Third watch in MOUZ yet. Running down mid. Zywoo to send the grenade into the stairs. Rops to move with it. Torzy getting tagged. Information given over to Rops. There's one close by. Torzy's still going to win that fight. MOUZ at the advantage. Exertion forward back.
Flame sidesteps. Oh, grenade damage. Towards holes we go. Speaks the impact. And Zywoo on the other side. Apex is the next defender over in Library. A is relatively weakened.
Taken out by Sphinx in response. 4v3, minute left. And MOUZ at a further line in. Sphinx took him out of the balcony.
Exactly what they needed. Vitality was trying to cheat over towards the deep bomb site to get a jump on any kind of attack into the site. They thought that would be the finish. Apex drops his gun to recover an AK-47. He's going to pick it back up. The Jarvis got blown away by a grenade. It does save the weapon. So MOUZ, they put their first run on the board. Now we've had this in the first 2 maps. We've had this moment where MOUZ gained a little bit of control. They hit that stretch. On Dusk Q, it was 6 rounds straight. On Mirage, it was 6 rounds straight. And then nothing after that. It was just an isolated run. It cannot be the case here. If they're to make it into a run. That question still needs to be answered if they can win 2 in a row.
True, Vitality hanging on to 2 safe weapons at the moment. 2 AK-47s to go into the CT rounds. And the next, they've got plenty of money to buy around it as well. They're going to have all the supporting cast. AWP for Zywoo if he wants it. Everybody else on the rifle. Shot pretty strong immediately for Vitality and goes to 12. They got a championship point yet again. Rops. Grenade ready to go down into the bottom banana again. Torzy going to be receiving it on the head. Dismantles 2. It's like X put on notice in the B-bomb side. The solo player left. They execute upon it and he gets nothing. It's over.
Looks really clunky from Exertion and Torzy. Not really coordinated perfectly on what they want to do, but smoke's up. They want to make it feel like MOUZ is going to attack the B-bomb site finish here, but Apex has pretty much called everyone away. So we started to shift a little bit.
This is the bomb. Starts to leave banana. Think about an A finish. So Rops will be the only player on A. He's not really in a position to change the outcome of the round just yet. He's in front of the library. In fact, all the way back in the library now.
They're saving. Drops is sliding over in this position, just back away to the B bomb site. When that hit didn't come in towards B, when the hit didn't come in towards A, that's the call that Vitality's going to make because they got no money in the bank. Flames will be able to buy himself a rifle in the next round. Apex can drop a rifle over to Mezzi. Outside of that, everyone's pretty much busted. So MOUZ will get up to 7 by Vitality making an economic decision so they can have another crack at it and another full buy in the next round. But man, it's just a weird feeling for MOUZ. It's every time it seems like this match has just completely slipped away. They have that one last gasp, that one dying breath.
Yeah. Catch the last win.
actually huge. This could hurt MOUZ a lot if they go for this and lose these rifles. But if they get everything from Vitality, they set themselves up to close the gap even more.
The risk you run for the big reward. Zyru is going to be naded. He's got the health to survive that grenade blast, and he's not going to peek into the open. Couple of fights do go down. Rots is the one to win it, so Vitality will save all 3 weapons.
Situation 11-7, round 19. MOUZ now with 2 rounds strung together, trying to bring this right back.
Wins the white team behind the setback, forced to the open. Oh, gets the double kill. All right, that's more like it from the Swedish in-game leader. We've got MOUZ with a fighting 3 and plenty of time left on the clock.
Man, Zyru is such a good teammate. He honestly probably should have just let Flames die in that kind of a situation. Really tried to force the issue. Vitality having a tough time getting up to 12. A bomb site wide open and overrun. And the hunt this time will be with as many MOUZ players as possible. They will not hold back. They will try and take these rifles out of the hands of Apex and Mezzi.
Well, the way MOUZ are winning these rounds, Jason, it makes you feel a lot better about them on the T side. You know, and it's not coming down to 1v1 clutches and retakes. They're winning the rounds from the get-go, forcing Vitality into the same calls over and over again. And they're keeping the hunt up this time because they know they've got money to fall back on. Mezzi and Apex, they don't have that same luxury. And they're close. They've got time on the fuse. Apex exposed in the open. Looking to back Mezzi up. They will stand and fight. So how many players from MOUZ are going to appear on their crosshair in the next few seconds? Apex, first headshot. Mezzi taking down a response, and everything's going from Vitality. Not enough for a full buy in the next round. The MOUZ start to really close the gap.
Yeah, we've been sold this dream twice before. Not ready to buy into it yet this time.
Apex. Line 7. Just around the half wall. Xerxes looking to clear it.
They swing on his shot.
Let's see if he can nail into the wall. The nail gun. The jumping point for Apex. And is this how they fight 12? Is this how they fight championship point?
MOUZ need to get some space over towards the A bomb site right now. They need to do something. You can see Impat and Spink starting to move. Torji's still at the bottom of Banana with it off, but a 3 versus 5. Vitality can just sit back in the bomb sites and not do anything. They no longer have to push into you.
Mezzi not getting involved in the fight. Dropping back, playing towards Archway. Apex has come over to help him. Mezzi and Apex looking to find on weaker weapons. Big impact.
But it's done. You can't win this round, and it's 2v5. Impact's gonna back away. I know he won a great one on Dust 2. The only weakness available is this Mag 7 at the B bomb site in the hands of Flames. But Torji's gotta move now. He can't wait for his teammate, and the AWP is an awkward weapon with which to clear. And they're gonna get stalled out.
Championship point around the corner. Torji takes more damage to that Mag 7. Flames retreats into the site.
10 seconds.
Burning as Simon flanks. There's another kill from the Mag 7. Championship point, one off the back of it. And that is it for MOUZ. Surely that breaks it. They're on the comeback. You force Vitality down to a weaker buy, and they still come out on top of it.
That Mag 7 from Apex. That's an internal damage. It just haunts them throughout the entire round. Vitality 1 round away from 30 straight wins. A historic record.
Xerxes. Through Banana. Flames in front of the opener. 4 kills away from another championship this year.
Their 6th, it would be.
Mezzi with the double. Towards the impact. Nothing to do. has arrived in Texas. This is the first of the two Texan titles they are looking for. Together, they are conquering Counterstrike. A new continent, another championship. They're coming for the major, Austin. This team don't just want an era. This team are building an empire. You enjoy for the Masters Dallas champions. Team